let's get straight into it. We are playing Pokemon Fire Red, but I will be using the Johto Pokemon. And I will be using some creativity to manually replace the Pokemon. Basically, I'll catch a Kanto Pokemon and kind of swap it one for one with Johto Pokemon. That's about it. Quick disclaimer, I've bought every single Pokemon game myself, so it should be fine. So I'm going to use rare candies to level my Pokemon up because it saves time and there's no point grinding for no reason. Anyway, so I go to, I think, Viridian City, get the parcel for Professor Oak, go back, give him his, I think, special Pokeball, and he gives me the Pokédex, and we're live in the game now. We grab some Pokeballs from the Pokemon, and then we just start catching Pokemon. So we get a Weedle, a Caterpie, and that is kind of my team now. Cyndaquil, Aipom, Spinark, ledbya. It's not the best team, but I feel like I should be able to get past Brock without sacking anything. Run past Viridian Forest, no good encounters there, and let's just go straight for Brock. Okay, so my game plan is just to use Ember because right now I don't really have that many good moves against Brock. And when I'm playing my game through, you just test it in the first gym. And I don't really want to go back to change the Totodile because I like Cyndaquil. But let's see how it goes. So I'm thinking at this point, I'm going to need to sacrifice one of my Pokemon or multiple and get a few debuffs on him. So get the Astonish off because that's 3 damage. And I don't think Brock has a potion. And then we just start tail whipping, sand attacking, because Aipom, which I called Goku, won't be useful in the end game. So I'm happy to sacrifice Aipom, ledbya, spinark, because once I get past Brock, I open up 8 encounters before I fight Misty, and some of these encounters are actually pretty good. So ledbya, I can only really supersonic, and you can see, I called him Arceus, you can see that these sand attacks really helped. So right now it's all on Cyndaquil, and Ember is not doing much, so we need to hope that crit really mattered. We need to hope we get lucky for a couple more turns. And it looks like I'm gonna, I just about make it past Gym 1. So, So we battle a couple of trainers on the way to Mount Moon, and what a long thing to do. But I'm pretty safe because my Pokemon are really well leveled. We buy a Magikarp for 500 Pokedollars, which is actually a pretty good deal. And we get this Paris, which was oddly tough to catch at level 8. So I'm looking forward to seeing what my team becomes, because also I beat a Rocket Grunt. I had this idea in my head, but I don't know how it's going to actually turn out till I try this. I catch a Spearow, I go through the Nugget Bridge, easy. It's kind of easy once you've hit the level cap of the gym leader, but you have to be careful. Catch an Abra, which is clutch. I help Bill with his experiment, whatever he's trying to accomplish, but okay, he gives me a ticket. I find out who stole this guy's Dig TM, and it's a Rocket Grunt again. I offer to give it back. He's like, no, keep it. I'm like, cool. Okay, head off to Vermilion City now. I get a Bellsprout in Route 5, and then I catch a Meowth in another route. So I go and get the Old Rod from the Fishing Guru, and I go and get the Bike Voucher Token from the Pokemon Chairman, which is a really nice thing to offer. Pick up a Diglett, catch a Drowsy, and now we're ready to fight Misty. Misty's actually quite a tough battle to get past, but I think Murkrow, when it's quite unevolved at this level, it's a pretty good Pokemon, and whoa, that critical really came in clutch for me. I need a new word other than clutch, but hey, we got past our hardest challenge. So I go now to the SS Anne, and then we meet our rival. And quick note, I'm going to replace the Pokemon on each side as we do battles, Some might be correct, sometimes it might be a little off, but it's about the right mapping of Pokemon to each other. Alright, so let's go find our rival, who actually is a pretty tough battle, not gonna lie. So one of the things that I've noticed that I both like and I'm scared of in Nuzlocke is you kind of get a gist for how strong your Pokemon are, but you need to play around the crit. Normally I would just bring my starter out and just mash A, but at this point I want to kind of see Hyper Fang could have done real damage to a Pokemon. At the moment I'm like, let's just play carefully as we get towards the end goal, keeping a lot of our Pokemon in good health. Like Pineco, I would like to keep, but Skiploom, for example, I am willing to sack. Like, I'm not going to use it in the Elite Four. So having to think about this, same thing with Phanpy, I want to keep Phanpy. So yeah, just your rival and some bosses, it's not a hard challenge, but it's something that really makes you think and balance resources, which is pretty cool. So yeah, we get past our rival. They haven't done much damage, and yeah, we're good. Like, Leech Seed is a pretty cool attack that really has come in a lot for me. At least I'm training my Pokemon well, if only he knew. So I go help the captain up. He gives me the Cup TM, even though I technically don't need it. We get it, and then we go fight Lieutenant Surge. I finish what is arguably the most annoying puzzle of all time in that game, and we just go for Lieutenant Surge. Normally I would just use Diglett. So against Lieutenant Surge, he uses his super potions, and I could sacrifice Bulldog. I don't really want to, but I guess I'm just playing carelessly. But it doesn't really punish me right now, so yeah. I should change now. I feel like Phanpy should be fine, but I don't know what... Oh, once Raichu starts double teaming, I need to really do something now. Flail doesn't do as much as I want it to, and I'm like, I've kind of played this a bit badly. So let's just see how this goes, because I think Phanpy can be a candidate to fight the Elite Four. I bring out Cyndaquil. Don't like it. Go to Skiploom. See what I've got. I lose the Skiploom. I was thinking self-destruct would be funny, but if I missed it, I'd be in trouble. But yeah, good game. Okay, so we fly through Dark Cave and we go straight to Gym 4 Erica. Now, I have so many fire Pokemon that this should be easy. So, Slugma is Vulpix for me, and I don't know why I just didn't keep attacking with Slugma. Like, I'm not really saving it because I've got a fire type already, and I don't know why I'm risking my Natu, but I'm like, playing carefully is not the worst thing in the world to do, and I can sacrifice these Pokemon, but losing Natu here was I chose wrong. Okay, so we've got a bit to do now. Fight the Rocket Grunt, which honestly, it's a great way to launder money running a casino, but Rocket Grunt is no trouble to me. Now, we have to go through this annoying path thing. I just go through the wall because why not? I don't really have a great Pokemon, like a water type yet, so that's my goal with a good rod soon. But we just use Donphan now, which for me is probably going to be a Pokemon. I go use Surf to Power Plant, catch a Mareep, or Voltorb. So my current team now is kind of like halfway done to what I plan to use against the Elite Four. The Ampharos, Umbreon, Cyndaquil, Donphan, and I make quick work of my rival, you know. Okay, so once you get past like Gym 4, so many different encounters open up, and I've chosen Wooper, which is a tentacle, to kind of just go straight through most battles now, because there's only like one type weakness to grass, and nobody really plays grass in this game, so we're pretty safe. So we're just gonna grind through these battles pretty quickly. Sabrina can be dangerous, and what I've noticed now is I've got a bigger team, but there is a little bit more danger. So playing carefully and sacrificing people now is not too bad. Luckily, Umbreon's a hard counter, so I know, again, I keep saying this, I'm playing a bit safe in this because I'm not used to balancing the risk reward of a Nuzlocke, because it's been so long since I've played. Anyway, we win. I mean, Blaine is not any more challenging when we have Whoop Whoop, which can use Surf now, and Earthquake. But hey. Yeah, at this point, I don't really care about playing carefully now, because I know I can live most hits. And honestly, what can they do? Like, okay, Earthquake, ooh. Look at all that damage. Whoop Whoop is in no danger. Okay, Whoop Whoop is in danger now, so maybe... Oh, made it through. Even better. Thank you, Giovanni. Okay, so we have one technically last rival battle that I could have done earlier, but I suppose this is good practice now to see what he's playing and how my team works against it. I mean, Water Gun is such a bad move, but, I'll take a win and take easy content where I get it. And honestly, I'm feeling good. I like what I have. Okay, so we get to the Elite Four now, and honestly, I haven't prepared for it. Like, I've not checked my stats. I feel like I should be able to get past it because I sort of remember how it goes, but we'll see. So I know, like, I feel like Ampharos should be able to get past like most of Lorai's team. But I didn't realize that when you're not over leveled, it's not as easy as it looks, So I lose Ampharos, and at this point it's almost like, whoa, I messed up. And then I send in my Chinchou. I'm like, okay, you know what? I can save this. Bit of a careless mistake. I tried to get too many moves set up. And oh my god, I did not realize Jinx was faster than my whole team. So I'm like, okay, risk it with the Donphan. Wow. Did I play this bad? Yeah, I mean, I sacrificed Donphan for no reason. I feel like I could have salvaged it with my my water Pokemon. I get past the first challenge, but wow, I lost half my team. Okay, so I heal my Pokemon back up, and I go to Elite Four number 2. I feel like Whoop Whoop should be able to do well. And to be fair, Whoop Whoop does well, but at this point now, it's like, yep, I lost Whoop Whoop. Okay, so we have Lantern come in and cover me now, and at this point, I know it's game over. I just give up. Okay, so it's my first Nuzlocke, and I'm going to give myself a little bit of slack. Well, technically, third or fourth Nuzlocke. And I think in the beginning, I was a bit careless. Like, this time, I could actually check my opponent's stats and come up with some plans, So, honestly, the second time round, I do a lot better. Because I've kind of worked out, actually, hey, don't switch in to Donphan when you have like 3 water Pokemon, 2 water Pokemon, and Ursaring. That was really careless from my end. So yeah, I get an unlucky freeze and I lose Ampharos. So even playing carefully, it's not guaranteed. So I roll again, which is not the point of a Nuzlocke. But as I get better, I'll be a bit more strict with the rules. So I've realized a couple of things. First of all, I should actually have a strategy going in. Second of all, my Pokemon team isn't optimized. So I've realized what I need to do is sort of go and get some more TMs, which I overlooked, and I need to catch the Pokemon again. By that I mean, let's say I catch like a level 50 Ursaring. I haven't had the chance to learn the moves Teddiursa learns and choose them. So I've had I kind of left moves on the table. So I fixed that issue, got the TMs, and I picked the team again. So this is definitely less than attempt number 10, I think 7 and 8. And I've learned a couple of things. First of all, my team is actually super slow. I did not realize just how fast Lorelei's team is compared to my team. And I've also kind of strategized now. I want 1 or 2 Pokemon that can definitely beat the Elite Four. So for Lorelei, it's my Ampharos and my Chinchou. We've got 2 lightning thunder attacks, thunderbolts, so I'm happy with that. I also know don't set up that much and be careful. I got a bit lucky there with Ampharos's life points, but health points. I've been playing Yu-Gi-Oh a lot, but I feel like I'm playing much more carefully now, and I'm using my confuse rays, my double teams a lot more more intelligently. And also, I kind of only had 1 Ice Beam, so I put it on my Pokemon, but it's better to put a Thunderbolt on Chinchou, for example, and then do an Ice Beam later. So when I had 15 Ice Beams, I can kind of optimize my Pokemon. And also, you know what, Typhlosion, bad starter. You know what, I should have just chosen for Alligator. But we are where we are now. Jinx is such a pain, but I feel like it's not too bad, there's not many Pokemon that can really damage me now. I mean, Fanpy, Donphan would lose straight away, but every other Pokemon won't be hit for super effective, So yeah, just that Ice Punch would have taken Donphan out, so we get past the first member. Team is all intact, we are good. So, Gym Lead up Elite Four number 2. Again, I can't believe Onix outsped my Wooper, Whoop Whoop. I thought Whoop Whoop would always get damage off, but that's the mistake I didn't realize. And I thought, whoa, 2 Onixes take off 20% of my life, my health points, HP, so I've got to be super careful. And I know Thunder Punch can't hit me, but you see it's working out. Do I yawn and set up, or do I Earthquake and get damage? I think setting up is the right move. Because, yeah, you can see now double team. So why isn't he going to sleep? Oh well. Because he got paralyzed, so sleep doesn't work anymore. I will say I got a bit lucky and unlucky, but basic things you can't have 2... I lose Ampharos. You can't have 2 status effects together. I forgot. Again, not great losing Ampharos, and when I look back on it, I realized the yawn didn't work because of the static, but I hadn't realized in the time. Machamp is actually pretty dangerous, so I have to be very careful. And for some battles, I forgot that Dark is weak to fighting. So I get lucky with the Confuse Ray. And yeah, I think that is Gym Lead Elite Four number 2 done. So we've lost 1 Pokemon so far, but you know what? This is still playable because everybody else is using 5 Pokemon. And luckily for this Elite Four member, I've got my hard counter with Umbreon. There is no damage they can do to me. And Shadow Ball hits super effective. Again, Golbat could be dangerous, but yeah. I think now's the time to switch. I'm pretty happy with all these switch-ins, but I think Typhlosion is the way to go. I don't know why I did this, actually. Oh yeah, so I can use Earthquake on the Arbok. I'd say I risked staying in with that. Oh, I lost Typhlosion. That was a big mistake from me. But I guess we make do now. Donphan claiming clutch. I can't really hurt Haunter now. So we go back to the Umbreon. Oh god, Umbreon's been hit by a lot. Okay, whoop whoop. Curse, big mistake. I'm just going to switch out. Even, yeah, I mean, that's not great. Oof. Okay, so I think Curse ends when the Pokemon dies, so I can switch out luckily. If I couldn't, it would be game over for me. So there is like real jeopardy here. And Ice Beam, oof, not a lot of damage. Surf. You see, Surf does more damage. And if I had done calculations, I would have done Surf both times. So, you know, simple mistakes here. Okay, so it's Elite Four member number 4 now. And to my earlier point, I don't think it was a careless mistake playing Surf. It's like some decisions were unoptimized, and that was my fault. And I'm kind of playing around that now. So you see the Ice Beam, I didn't have it on Lantern originally, but because I have so many Ice Beam TMs, I can use them to as much as I want to. Like I can change Elite Four member 1, Ice Beam, Flamethrower, then Ice Beam back. I don't love the power. Oof, whoa. I cannot believe Lantern survived on 1. Honestly, if we had lost Lantern, I think it would have been run over. God, Ice Beam is just so good in this game. See, I didn't know whether Surf or Ice Beam does more damage to Aerodactyl. That's why I'm thinking, hey, maybe do some calculations beforehand. What does more, special attack or attack? Yeah. And we beat Elite Four number 4. Okay, so final battle, and I'm going into it with 4 Pokemon. Luckily, this 4, I think, can do it. Like, Lantern and Whoop Whoop have so few weaknesses, we're fine. But Executor could be really dangerous. I mean, attack fell, but that's not special attack, so I think I should be fine. I mean, this is risky, but Umbreon is my only safe bet in this battle. I don't feel that Psychic does enough damage. I think Confuse Ray could be the way to do it. But you can see at this moment, like, I am spending so much time working out, hey, Shadow Ball could do a special defense drop. Confuse Ray could possibly... I could probably live 1 turn. So let's do Confuse Ray and hope I get lucky. And I do get lucky. Like, yeah, Shadow Ball, it's not great damage, but it's not poor damage either. That Confuse came in handy, otherwise he might have had a full restore. Reflect, oh, that's not great. Recover, I've done this before, but I feel like Alakazam can't really hurt me that much. This is going to be annoying, but I still feel like I'm in a good position right now. Like, that critical hit, I mean, really helped. Rhydon come in now, and I'm not sure what he can do to my team. Like, I know he's a heavy attacker, but Surf, yep. Oh, like right now I'm like, okay, we're almost there. Arcanine's pretty fast. I should survive this. Thankfully, I do. I don't think Lantern will survive these attacks from Rhydon and Arcanine, so Whoop Whoop really defense really useful. And then there was one. We're almost there. Okay. I didn't know Hydro Pump was that dangerous. Okay. I think, again, Confusion is the best way to do it, because he might have 1 full restore left. Thunderbolt. I am being cautious, though. Yeah, okay. Nice. We won. Took me 10 tries, to be fair. But, I set out, had a challenge, and I did it. And hopefully you enjoyed. So I'm not gonna lie, I never lost to my rival once, but I will say your team was tough. Like, it was not easy. Oddly enough, Lorelei was the person I struggled on most. But hey, like I said, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm gonna do more of the generations. So next is Hoenn in Kanto, and all the way up to, I think, Unova.